Hello and welcome back to another vlog on my game, Roguesphere, where you shove foes and conquer worlds. I've been working on it for the past year and I'm determined to release it at the end of this month. However, before I can really be happy to put this game out there, I have to deal with a massive issue that it has in terms of replayability. It's a difficult game by design and players are expected to die more than to actually beat the game. And right now it just doesn't give any real incentive or motivation that make players want to play again and give it another go each time they fail. I have this ever-growing list of tasks that I think should help it though, and unless I actually get to them, I will never want to release this game. For the release of the game, I'm deciding on at least having 6 characters with an ideal total of 8 depending on whether or not my ideas work out or not. Half of them will be freely unlockable while the other half will be paid characters. This game will come out for free on mobile, so I have to make money somehow. And I refuse to do that by the typical mobile game standards of forcing ads into your face. Instead, I'm working hard to make sure that the game is not only worth the download but also worth it in terms of the paid characters and the optional ads that it has to offer. And by the way, stay until the very end for information on how to get promo codes for unlocking one of the paid characters that I'll be showing you for free. So I've been showing this character for a while now, and that's because he's the default character for the game, and we'll worry about naming everyone later. He has a good balance of stats that make him perfect for getting you started with the game, get used to the controls, and just overall get a feel of the game. And since I expect you to die lots, I want the first free unlockable character to have a little bit more health and directly stretch out the gap between the start of the game and the game over screen. I'm using Baymax from the Disney movie Big Hero 6 as a reference to make the model for this character. So they're thicker compared to other characters, and so they have slightly reduced speed as well as less upgrades to choose from by default to balance things out. I thought it would also be cool to have the attack animation be a belly shove, and it adds a little bit of personality as well. Next up is another character to help you survive longer. He has the one-time ability per run to revive with half of his health when you die. The straightforward balance for him is to give him less health to start off with. The other is to start him off with a negative resilience stat that make all bullets that he gets hit by to actually quote-unquote connect and never ignored unless the resilience stat gets upgraded twice or so. A fun fact with this character is that I used a comic version of Loki from Marvel as a reference to create the model. I think it's a fitting reference because Loki's kind of an undying fidelity in the Marvel universe. And to continue with the theme of helping you survive longer, this next character can straight up ignore bullets 50% of the time. The catch is that when you do get hit, it does twice as much damage. And with this capability, I think a fair way to balance her is by starting her with only 3 health points. This way, she starts off only being capable of surviving a single bullet damage. You will need to work twice as hard to increase her max health to an amount that actually matter, because of the fact that she takes twice as much damage. The last thing about her is that she is the only character that can get more than the normal cap of 30% or 40% resilience. This is yet to be decided, and even have the capability to upgrade it to a max of 60%. I think I've been making good progress with the characters, but to time it's just feeling like it's been moving faster. For most of this year so far, my partner Laura and I have been settling into our new place. I've lost a lot of time from game development due to moving, unpacking, and cleaning in the old place. Also, I finally found a job. I'll be working at a call center in the meantime while I look for a software development job, and I'm feeling really grateful right now. There's not much to say, but this is just taking a lot of game development time away from me as well. I've got to do what I got to do though, and there are no excuses. The goal is still to release the game at the end of February. Obviously, it's in my best interest to create as much premium characters as I can to increase my earning potential, but I only have 3 or 4 characters so far. I don't even know if one of them will work, but I'd rather have just 3 or 4 really worth your money type of characters than just having a whole bunch of characters that I just changed stat wise and are just really bland. So my goal with these premium characters is to really offer you a change in gameplay and mechanics rather than just um, changing up their stats and reskinning them. Here's a reference sheet that I found on Google for the comic version of She-Hulk, which I used to help create the first premium character. And if it's not obvious yet, I'm quite hooked into the Marvel Universe. As you can see, this character alters planets with her own glass obstacles. You can shove these glass obstacles into enemies as well as use it for protection like the normal obstacles you would see in the planets, and the only difference with these obstacles are the fact that they break when they get shot and enemies can see you through them, and of course you can see them too. And in my opinion, she plays fairly balanced given the same stats as the default character. This next one up further increases the range, literally, in gameplay variance from my game. It has freakishly long arms that allow you to shove enemies from further distances unlike any other character. The ability feels a little overpowered, and the best thing that I could think of to give it balance is by giving it only 3 health. And thanks to this character, I learned how to bend bones in Blender. This video by Southern Shoddy was the best one that I could find and was straight to the point. I also used the screenshots of a 3D model made by Utah Abe Shimpo to help create this character. And the last character I'll mention in this devlog moves around planets by rolling, and he's the fastest character in the game. The only catch is that enemies are quicker to shoot their shot and that your controls are inverted. Once you wrap your head around the controls though, he's really overpowered. The funny thing is that I actually modeled him after a turtle, because my original idea was for him to be slow and for him to have shielding along with explosive capabilities. I had inspired models from Kung Fu Panda with Oogway and then Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. It's a good thing I think that I ultimately went to continue with the Raphael version. And as promised, here's how to get a promo code to unlock one of the paid characters for free. So the first thing is to subscribe to my newsletter community, which I linked down in the description. And the second thing is to comment "I was here before release" under the devlog, the written text devlog on my website. And all winners can expect their promo codes emailed to them near the release date. I'll be giving away only 50 promo codes, but I doubt that I'll need to as I don't reach that many people yet. So please help support and share my game with your friends and family. And if you want to show further support, consider subscribing on my website, in which I give thanks to you by giving you promo codes to unlock all the premium characters, an early access version of the game, and putting your name in the game credits. And just to wrap up, there's definitely an overwhelming amount of tasks that I want to do with the game still, but I do see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you for stopping by and watching my devlog. Also, a big thank you to the generous people who are supporting me and my work. Laura Milligan, Andrew Abrook, Armaine Rivero, and Fritz Rivero. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Catch you again soon.